to
Hello, welcome to the Enginerdy show. This is.
I'm St. Jimmy.
I'm DVD.
Are you sure you're not Beaker?
I was mocking you, actually.
What?
Trying
Mocking
to.
me?
Yes. If Jay was here, I'd mock Jay.
Who's Jay?
I don't know, but I like mocking Jay.
Oh, that's good. Good point. Did we come up with a fake sponsor?
Yeah.
I'm not seeing that.
Oh, sorry.
The notes.
I'm getting stuff arranged.
Yeah, you are.
You are very
Come
deranged.
here, notes.
Yeah.
Mr. DVD is going to speak in German for the,
Guten
rest,
Abend,
for the rest of the evening.
meine Freunde. Wie
Wait.
geht's?
He used the feminine. Our fake sponsor this week is Taco Cake. Make your birthday a fiesta.
The Ford Fiesta?
Andale, andale.
That was better than what I came up with originally, which was Dachau Taco.
I don't know what that is.
Dachau was one of the
Yes.
concentration camps in
That's
World
not
War
as
II.
good.
I couldn't think of a good tagline for it.
Oh, okay.
Well, I would hope not.
Taco Cake was something Mrs. Jimmy came up with as an
Oh.
alternative.
Is it a cake in the shape of a taco?
No,
it's a cake filled with meat.
made out of taco ingredients.
It's a cake.
That's gross.
It's a taco filled with cake.
No, that also. No,
That'd be good, maybe.
it's taco ingredients shaped like a cake.
I'd eat a burrito cake.
Ah.
At no point are cake ingredients involved.
Not even frosting?
I wonder if frosting would
The
taste good on a
frosting
taco.
is
I bet it
guacamole.
would taste good on a taco. It tastes good on anything.
Frosting?
Zucker ist gut.
Okay.
Okay.
Und süß.
So next time you guys come to my house, you will witness the fully armed and operational privacy fence.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
I
nice.
finished
Very
it
nice.
this afternoon.
Cool.
How big's the death ray?
We had to have some budget cutbacks, so there's no,
No
death
death
ray
ray.
actually installed. So
Well, how do you ensure your privacy?
just people can't
I
see
wonder how
through
they
it.
made the decision of having the Death Star have an innie instead of an Audi.
It had to do with the focal.
Focal
Oh
length.
no, we installed it backwards. They'd blow themselves up.
Not again.
That's what the prequel should have been like. The first attempt,
Yes.
second attempt. Oh, we installed it backwards again.
I thought we fired that guy.
The guy that realized it was backwards
We
died
forgot
in
to
the first
fasten the
one.
two halves together and start floating apart. People
Oops.
start flying out.
Then it starts chomping.
Oh, like a
on
giant
things.
Pac-Man?
Yeah.
Oh, Pac-Man Death Star. It eats planets. Speaking of eating, I had oral surgery today.
Is that related to oral Redenbacher?
Yep, kind of. I had
Oral rect?
I had to have a
Oh,
tooth
oral.
extracted.
Fun.
Did you do it yourself?
No, I had
Oh.
an oral surgeon do it.
So did he talk during the whole time?
Pretty much.
It's like an oral report.
Yep.
Did he ask you questions the whole time?
No.
Oh, really? That thing happened to me the other day.
It's okay. Speak dental patient.
Yeah.
On my sheet right here.
Yeah, it was.
There's a Duolingo thing on.
Duolingo for dentist patient.
That's funny. More on languages later.
Oh,
Oh, me too.
trying to see what I wrote on there.
Oh no. So
Well, that first thing on there's yours.
Oh yeah. So on Labor Day, I went to a concert
Was
at the local state fair.
there a girl there?
I went with a girl.
Was she a concertina?
No.
Oh,
It was called
was the Mos Eisley band there?
no. It was called the Lost 80s Live.
Oh, interesting.
So
you found them.
there. Yeah,
was
we
Hart
found them.
there?
No, Hart was not
No.
there. There were 5 bands.
Let me see if I can guess one.
Okay.
It's the 80s, right?
Yes.
Def Leppard.
No.
No. Dang it.
This was a free
Pop.
concert that
You too.
No.
No.
No. This was a
Free-
free concert.
Depeche Mode.
No.
Sting.
Nope.
Elvis Presley.
Think one-hit wonders.
What hit one? I already said Heart.
Heart is not a one-hit
Oh,
wonder.
Uh-huh.
No, I was not there.
Hmm.
Are we just gonna guess
Getting
or should I just tell
closer.
you?
Getting closer. Thompson Twins.
No,
No.
but they are gonna be at the fair in a couple weeks.
That's
Playing
very
with Joan
exciting.
Jett.
Joan Jett was there?
No.
Oh.
I've
She will be
seen-
though.
I've seen Joan Jett. In
Was
concert.
it Pearl Jam?
Oh no. Thompson Twins is not with Joan Jett. They're gonna be playing with
Oh.
the Karma Chameleon guy, Boy George.
Poison. No, not Poison. That's not what I was thinking.
Oh.
I thought of one. Unusual Heat People. Whoever did that.
Unusual Heat
Speedwagon.
people.
That's not a one-hit wonder.
Oh.
No, they were rather large.
Police.
No. Okay.
The Cars.
Can I just tell you?
Yes.
All right. There were 5 bands.
This turned into how many 80s bands can I remember?
The first one was When in Rome.
Okay.
You guys know that one?
I've heard the
Sounds
They
name.
sing
familiar.
The Promise. And if I
Oh, the
had-
promise.
I can't even. I tried to sing it.
You
some way.
know.
No. I promise you I will.
Oh yeah, that one. I know.
And if I had to walk the world, I'd
Was
make
one-
you fall for me.
Oh
Warrant.
yes.
And then, so after they played 2 songs, they
REM.
weren't.
They're old.
They're old, yeah.
Did they play that song?
They did that song and one other song. And then Animotion. They had a song that their hit was
These are all bands I recognize the name of, but I couldn't even tell
Obsession?
you who. Oh yeah.
You're
I can-
my obsession. Who do you
You
want me to be?
to make you sleep with me, please?
Yeah, so that.
Oh.
And they played 2 other songs.
Blondie.
No. And then the third one was Wing Chun.
Wing Chun was there.
Everybody
Yes.
Wing
Wing
Chun
Chun was my
tonight.
favorite.
Did they do that song?
They started with Let's Go. And then they did Dance Hall Days.
Oh, I like that one.
And then they had their drummer come out and sing Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Is their drummer a girl?
No. But the last
Okay.
line, he's saying it, Girls Just Want to Wing Chun. And then he went back to the drums and then they did Everybody Have Fun Tonight.
Cool.
It was really awesome.
That sounds fun.
One of the guys was really hilarious and just really fun bantering with the crowd. And
We should get someone like that on our show.
that would be cool.
We should get Jim Blossoms on our show.
Do we need to drink a lot of gin to have that happen?
No, but they follow me on Twitter.
Oh, do they? Okay. So, and then after them was Naked Eyes. They also did 3 songs. Did they do 3 songs? Yeah,
I
he
don't
did.
know. I wasn't there.
The second one was Promises, Promises. Promises, promises.
good one.
Why do I believe? And then he did Always Something There to Remind Me. Always something there to remind me. I was born to love her. And I will never be free. You'll always be a part of me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Good job, guys. And then
I like that song.
the last band with 5 songs was Flock of Seagulls.
Oh!
That's awesome.
Yes.
Minus the hair.
Yes, he
Are
was
they all
bald.
bald?
He was bald.
Oh,
But
a
he-
seagull flew off with his.
But he had a bobblehead of himself with the hair on top of his keyboard.
That seems like
I have a
Horrible
bobblehead,
punishment.
not of me though.
Oh,
Somebody
got
gave
lots
me a
of 'em.
bobblehead.
of what?
It's on my desk. The Portland, Maine Sea Dogs mascot. It's a minor league baseball team
Okay.
that we went to
Okay.
when I was in Maine a couple of years ago.
Oh, that Portland.
oh, cool.
And they went back. My coworkers were over there again recently, and they went to another game and they were giving out bobbleheads. So they're like, "Hey, bobblehead."
So the place where they have the fair is in a town that's not easily pronounceable.
How big is
unless-
it? Is it fairly big?
Fairly.
Mhm.
It's not easily pronounceable by outsiders. And so most of the bands, when they were saying, "Oh,
Didn't
it's
know.
great to be," and they would name it like either the
A
large
larger
metropolitan
nearby-
area north of us or south, or and the only ones that could actually pronounce it was Wing Chun. and they could both pronounce it, and they were showing off that they could pronounce it.
They probably just ask somebody. That's all it takes.
Well, because the thing is, Flock of Seagulls told us that they had been practicing trying to say it the whole way there,
and then they
and
just
they
decide
couldn't do
not
it. They just said, "We're happy to be," and then named our state. So,
Uh,
and they actually, I recognized actually through their songs. There was the one, Iran is their famous one.
I ran.
I ran
Went
so
so
far
far
away.
Yeah.
But there
Couldn't
was
get
two other
away.
songs I recognized that I didn't know it was them,
Hmm.
but they weren't big songs.
Hmm.
But they're good songs.
They were tiny dancers.
I'm thinking of getting some more of their music. I don't even have their
I
one
made a
song.
cover band joke recently. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Oh yeah.
I'm more of an undercover band kind of guy.
So there were
I don't know.
seats that you could pay for that were closer, but yeah, chumps. No, we got front row seats on the free section, and it was close enough.
Front row.
Noise.
Yeah, front row.
Front row, Raggy.
What time there was going to be a band I wanted to see at a fair, and we
Mhm.
gave up. And then as we were in our apartment, this is when we were first married,
They showed up.
At
we
your
could
house.
hear the sound as we're getting out of the car of them starting. And I was like, no. It was,
From your house.
yes, that
Oh.
was when we first got married.
So more than 20 years
And
ago,
22 years ago.
I lived in Hershey, Pennsylvania,
Okay.
right across the street from Hershey Park.
We were in Le Bois.
Le Bois.
Yes,
Boise.
the forest.
Oh, okay.
Up on the bench above. So
But
the
anyway,
sound carried to our apartment.
in the summer, I could open my window and hear the bands that were playing at the Hershey Park.
Cool.
I one time heard Blink 182,
Oh.
but it wasn't weird because I paid for it to go
Oh,
see
yeah.
it.
Okay. Nice story.
Thank you.
Okay.
So that's your concert story.
That's my concert story.
I've been to concerts.
So this past weekend, I got rid of one of my children.
Oh yeah.
What?
You get a good price for him?
Large gunny sack and a bunch of rocks.
We forgot some stuff.
Mhm.
We
Oh, we
packed all
did?
the stuff into a U-Haul
Mhm.
and our truck and his
And
new
you
car,
hold it?
and we hauled it. And we forgot his bike.
So
Does he ride his bike?
Going back this weekend.
No, I wish I was because I could
I
see a home
know.
game of a specific football team.
Oh.
Yeah.
But that was an interesting experience getting rid of one of your kids that way.
Yeah?
It's quite odd. It felt very real to me when I was putting his bed together in his house that he's renting with 5
Mhm.
people or 4 other people.
Were there tears when you left?
Not mine. I was sweating a lot because it was warm, and I just finished carrying stuff in and putting stuff together. We ended up going back to see him, I think, once because he texted us after we dropped him off, like that night or the day before.
That he missed you?
No, he wanted the recipe for maple syrup.
Oh.
We said you need maple extract for that. Well, then
Or a maple tree.
my wife said that we went to the store and bought maple extract and 5 more bags of groceries. We'd already
All-
bought him like 6 bags of groceries,
All
Oh,
full
wow.
of maple.
including
extract. Oh,
we had to go to 2 stores to find the maple extract.
really?
The big box store didn't have it.
Can't you just find a maple tree?
No.
Oh.
But we'd bought him, included 20 pounds of rice. We bought him.
Because he likes rice.
He can make that. We've got him a
Hopefully.
rice maker also
Oh.
for his going away.
Go away and eat rice.
Yes. And then our mom actually was there with us while we're moving him in.
Oh.
And she asked his roommates if they like cookies. And they said, well, of course. That's kind of a silly question. They're like, anytime Zoc comes to visit us, saying her, his
Mhm.
grandparents, we will send him back with some homemade cookies.
Awesome.
So I think she's trying
Oh,
to bribe his
man.
roommates to try to get what?
I just remembered that a machinist told me they had cookies in their hangout today, and I forgot
you
to go
forgot?
get one.
Oh man.
Dang it!
Probably not all there anymore. I thought that was clever.
That's
A
okay.
way to try to
Encourage
encourage
visitation.
Yeah, visitation.
Yeah.
One thing I forgot to mention about my fence, my privacy wall,
Yes.
I had to what got kicked it off of me finishing it last week was I installed a fence post
Oh,
because
Hmm.
there was one that was not
Rotted.
attached well, it was wobbly, so I put a new one up.
wobbly.
And then once I got it up, I got all the panels painted with the
Cool.
Stain.
the stain, the weather stain,
Mm-hmm.
and then put them all up today.
Nice.
I waxed a car. It was a
Oh.
lot of work.
Yeah.
How big of a car?
My
Oh,
little
okay.
car. It's a sedan, but smallish.
Is it the first car you've waxed?
Yeah, it was way more work than I was expecting.
Yes.
The last
But it looks really nice.
last car I waxed was my Triumph TR7 back 20 some years ago.
I
Yes.
was contemplating getting, becoming a sensei so that I could have
Wax on.
What kind of wax did you use?
turtle wax.
I've got some of that. Thought about making use of it
I
on my
used a
car.
lot of wax. I didn't think I was going to go through most of the container of it.
Is it made from real turtles?
I sure hope so.
If you just grab a turtle, it doesn't work quite the same.
Yeah, it's a little, you got to push really
And
hard.
you might get scratches.
So the next project is I got to buff out all the scratches on my wife's truck.
Oh, from going
Did
off
you
on your
Going
do the
camping?
off-roading.
test where you spray it with water and see if they disappear?
Well, I washed the truck.
Did
also,
they disappear when it was wet?
most of them.
Because the ones that didn't, that means you got through your clear coat
Yeah.
into the paint.
Well, there's not much I'm not going to try and fix those. But most of them should go away.
Oh, I was going to say something else. I can't remember what it was.
You didn't write it down. That's why you didn't
Probably
remember.
I
something
didn't-
inane.
Maybe, possibly. Oh, we're getting an exercise room.
You gained an exercise room?
Yeah.
I did.
Are you
Lost a
actually going to
child and-
exercise in there?
Yeah,
No.
I'm going to put the treadmill in there.
You're going to store your treadmill in there. Got it.
And then we're going to put weights and stuff in there.
Oh,
Maybe a yoga mat. I'd like to talk my way into maybe a TV in there.
Maybe you should get a Yoda mat instead.
Yoda yoga mats.
Yes.
They got to have them.
They float. They speak backwards.
No, he didn't speak nearly as
Come
backwards
on.
in the original trilogy as he did in the prequels.
There
He
you
didn't
go.
have anyone to talk to.
You can also get Han Solo carbonite yoga
mat.
mats.
You also get a Han Solo carbonite desk and or coffee table from a place that makes them.
Oh, they've got Darth Vader yoga mats.
They should make
too.
it so you have to have a little green alien on your back for all the yoga poses.
Oh, you could, I could do it like weight training where it's like a backpack that's heavy.
Flabby you are.
and it mocks you while you
Yeah.
exercise.
You should at least get a Yoda scale. That'd be funny.
That's funny.
Yoda.
All right.
Why
Should we move on to,
Yoda? Should we do some nerdic
Mr.
culture?
Fold?
I think so.
It's like horticulture with less hortas.
We're nerds.
Pain.
All right. So have you guys heard of the Bugatti
They run?
Chiron?
No, is that the newer one?
I guess. Anyway, the people at Lego
Hmm.
made a functional Bugatti Chiron out of Legos.
Functional, what are you talking here?
Drivable.
As an engine?
It's made of Lego Technic motors.
Oh. How fast does it go?
Here, I'll get to that. So, they used 2,304 Lego motors.
Did they glue it?
They did not use any glue.
That's a cool looking car.
They had 4,032 Lego gear wheels and 2,016 Lego cross axles. So the entire thing isn't Legos because only 90% of it is.
Oh,
Mm.
So like the wheels
I was
and the
going to say,
tires are
wheels
not
don't-
Lego.
That'd be really hard to make Legos and have it drivable if it is.
Yes. They have
That's the Lego one.
so they have all these
So it's basically an electric car.
they have all these little Lego motors in there that are hooked up to this chain that drives the wheels, the axles. Um
0 to 60 in 3 months.
it never gets to 60.
Oh,
So
they should drive the real one into it.
So they used over 1 million Lego Technic pieces.
Whoa.
They should
And
make an IROC one, like the old '80s car, then
The-
crash into something. So it's
my
Sorry.
wife and I were talking about is if this got in an accident, the Legos would just fly
like
everywhere.
Fresh Prince song.
But yeah, it's like a Lego explosion. So its top speed, they got it up to
5.
12 and a half miles per hour.
12 and a half.
Whoa.
Yes.
That's
So
crazy.
they
That's a
had
jog.
they had the Bugatti test driver drive it, and when they first drove it, it went like a few feet and stopped, and they're like, "Oh shoot, what's wrong?" So that they took the hood apart and looked at the motors, and there was something misaligned with the chain.
Hmm.
But once they got that fixed, there was like nothing wrong with the Lego pieces
0 to 12 and a half
in 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
no,
Is it downhill?
no, they put it on the Bugatti
But test
test
track?
course, yeah, test track.
It's embarrassing.
So it gets 5.3 horsepower.
It's pretty good for
68
plastic.
foot-pounds of torque
Wow.
and over 1.5 tons is how heavy it is.
That's about car heavy.
They also they made sure all the lights worked exactly like the Bugatti's lights. Of course, there's no windshield.
Oh, right.
Of course. They did have those clear blocks, but I'm not sure you could see through them very
Right.
well.
They made the spoiler on the back so that it can go
Uh,
up and then move. So
Oh,
that was kind of cool.
that helps at 12 and a half miles an
Yeah,
hour.
it does make sure you get that nice and solidly
Right.
pushed into the ground.
Let's see. So it took him 13,438 man hours on
Whoa.
development and building it.
But it only took them 2 hours. We used 7,400 people.
It looked like they had a team of like, I don't know, 6 to 12. I don't know. I didn't count them. I watched a video about it. You can look it up on YouTube.
Seems like a waste of time and money.
Well, we're talking about it.
It is a Veyron or Bugatti though, so I mean,
Well, it's a way to advertise Lego Technic
yeah.
stuff.
Oddly
So-
enough, they did this with the Kia, and they noticed no performance difference.
So I don't know if you can see a close up of this skin of it. So they made basically triangular pieces and then connected them with flexible pieces so they could form it to be the same shape. They also made
So
a
Lego
tool.
fiber, then they used Lego
Yeah,
fiber.
they also made a tool out of Legos so that they could adjust the skin of the car. So,
That's cool.
yep, it's completely
looks like-
drivable. Well, it looked like they had to be careful getting the door open because I could imagine it just falling to pieces.
Yeah.
But the guy that drove it is like, yeah, the interior is just like the interior of a Bugatti
minus the leather seats.
Chiron, and it's just, yeah, except it's made of Legos.
L-
It'd
Leather
be a lot easier if they
Legos.
did like my car did an XB. All
Yeah.
those corners.
So
That's without the skin.
Apparently.
the motor block is just like this big 3 foot by 3 foot block with all these little Lego motors in it. I guess they were considering using different gears, but they found that the Lego gears worked better than the other ones.
Oh,
So that's what they used.
that is
Yeah, the guy got in the car and then they handed him the steering wheel and he attached it. The brakes are even made of Legos, and I've wondered if they really worked.
at 12 and a half
They
miles
probably
an hour. I
didn't need-
wouldn't think you'd
Yeah,
need
you
to.
can see him right there in that picture.
Weird. The brakes don't work, but I've
But
coming
you
to
can
a
only
stop
go
anyways.
12 and a half miles an hour.
That's awesome.
Crazy.
So, yeah. That seems
That's-
pretty fun.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's cool.
I thought about making my car in Minecraft. It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Your
you
car's
could do
blocky
that.
enough. And that's nerdy culture.
That's cool.
All right, for Technergy, we're going to talk about a new controller that Microsoft came out with for Microsoft PCs
You can use it on your
for
PlayStation.
Windows. You can't use it on PlayStation, but you can use it on the Xbox.
What about Atari?
And it's for handicapped people.
Oh.
So if you don't have both hands fully functional to use like a normal Xbox controller or
Mm-hmm.
Windows computer controller, you can get this adaptive controller.
It's made out of Legos.
No, it's
Oh.
not. It is rectangular though.
It's
So
got a weird texture to it.
It's made out of corrugated cardboard.
because everybody's disability is kind of unique or
Mhm.
can be, it's been hard to come out with like one controller that would work for a lot of people.
You need a mind controller.
So this
Mine.
one has two large buttons on top that can be pushed with your feet or your elbows or whatever,
Stumps.
and they click so you can tell when you've pushed it down and when you've released it, and they actually make different clicking noises so you can actually tell which one you've pushed if you are used to it. Now, the interesting feature about this one is on the back side, it has 16 19 3.5 millimeter jacks, and that's what peripherals for handicap people use to send signals to controllers.
Hmm.
So this is going to work with like custom controllers that people have had made for their specific disability.
So each one has a different picture icon, which probably means it's a different feature.
Yeah, so you would plug it in for like one is the left shoulder button, one is the right shoulder button, the next one is something, the A button or whatever Xbox controllers have.
X, Y, and A,
A,
B. I
B.
think.
Yeah, so there's 19 of them for all different functions. There's like up, down, left, right on the D-pad.
You
There's
play Contra.
yeah. There's a better picture. So yeah, there's left and right shoulder
One
buttons.
hooks you up to a satellite dish or ice cream. So,
It's an ice cream sundae.
Looks like a submarine.
Submarine.
And it's battery. It has a
Oh.
battery in it, so you don't have to stay plugged in. But it comes also with a really long USB cord, so you can plug it
16
in.
feet.
One
Just
is-
kidding.
Charge it off your console.
One is the Earth block from Fifth Element.
Oh.
And then it also runs off of just like a wall outlet DC adapter.
I
Type
bet Marvel's
thing.
jealous.
Yeah,
Marble?
Marvel.
One's off
Oh,
DC.
I see.
Oh, it's got a headphone jack.
It's got a headphone jack. Here's a bunch of different accessories that you can get for it. There's joysticks, there's big buttons, there's like a thing you can
Block
put
of
on your
cheese.
finger so you can just like touch to activate that button. There's ones that you can activate with your chin. There's just foot pedals. All kinds of peripherals.
Can you do the same thing with the PlayStation if you just like strap on like the controller, the Connect controller things?
The Move.
Yeah.
You can control some things, but this is designed to work with any game because it gives you access to every button that's on the controller. I don't know
This reminds
how
me
they
of-
would do like the toggle sticks, but I'm sure there's peripherals for that. Well, like this one has a toggle stick on it, but
That big
you have
green
to
one.
have use
There's
of
a
your
taco
hands.
stick on it?
The big green button looks like it might be like a.
Yeah, it might have like some kind of.
Will he push
swivel
the
thing
shiny
where you
green
can-
button?
There's also a shiny red button.
You could use your foot on it, maybe.
When we were
Your head.
kids, we got a Nintendo Power magazine.
Yeah.
And they had an article about this kid that didn't have any arms that played Nintendo with his feet.
Oh
He
yeah.
just put the controller on the ground, the small little controller, and he'd play it with his
Right.
feet.
We have 2 buttons and a D-pad, so
Yeah, there's not shoulder buttons.
yeah, a little bit more sophistication is built
But-
into this one.
Unlike modern controllers, you could press 2 buttons to do something like jump.
Yeah. Or you'd have to double tap. So the box itself that everything plugs into that has those 2 big push buttons is sturdy enough that you can
Stand on it?
stand on it basically and it won't break. So something
That's
cool
more
if
than can be said for a lot of
you
things.
can't use your hands for a normal
You have
controller.
babies that don't like getting stamped on.
And that's Technerdy.
Okay, so one of the annoying things about going to Paris apparently is the massive amounts of people urinating in public.
Oh yeah.
So to stem the tide,
The
the
yellow
authorities
tide.
have started putting in these. It's hard to talk on the mic and be able to see these devices called the Uritrotator. Trotur.
Say it in French accent.
Uritrotator.
There you go.
Sounds like it.
Anyways, it combines French words for urinal and pavement. There are these bright red boxes that a gentleman can just walk up to and urinate into, just out in the street.
Which
Very brightly colored.
they're gonna be doing anyways. This at least
Well, you'd
captures
hope-
the urine.
right. And there's like composting stuff in it. So,
You know you're
And
in
then-
Paris when you see these. Oh,
but apparently some people don't like them.
they don't like peeing into
like-
them.
It's
No, they
gotta be
don't like
better
the fact
than
that there's in a place that's like a historical area.
and there's a pee box.
Yep.
Well, maybe they should make them less.
French feminists think it's a horrible
They should
idea
call it a
because
looky
they're
loo.
just calling it more evidence of the patriarchy because they're putting this in basically to keep men from being uncomfortable in public.
No,
they
it's
can't
for
control their
everybody
bladder?
else. It's for all the people that don't want to
They're just jealous they can't use it.
smell urine in every parking garage stairwell and alley.
Yep. So I think at the time of this writing of this article, they installed 3 of them in some locations. There's a picture of what's really funny is that if you didn't know what they were for, there's a pictorial showing somebody peeing in it on a flag above it. Looks like a garbage can with a red lid on it, but
Nice.
there's like a flare that comes out that you stand up to, so you're like not visible.
Okay.
And the picture of the guy peeing into it, he's like leaning back, he's like at the waist, like that explains some of the messes I've seen in urinal or bathrooms that people are peeing that way. Anyway, I think it's funny that large cities always have problems with public urination and other things.
Hmm.
I know we're in San Francisco. We saw these public toilets they'd installed that
Double
like
this.
every hour or two they would actually they were like big cylinders and they would shut and then they're hooked up to water, pressurized water, and they would high pressure jet clean them.
Oh,
What if you're stuck inside when it happens?
Then you get a free person wash.
you're very clean.
Is that the?
I don't think it would close if there's somebody in it.
Oh.
Hopefully. Well, that turned into like a,
Liability thing.
I guess. I don't know. All these big cities that people love to be in, I've heard usually smell like foul things. Give me the country any day.
Yeah,
Although then you have
I want to
smells too, but
smell cow.
I'd rather smell that than
Alfalfa and manure.
Yeah,
silage. Yum.
yummy.
And that's the news.
There was also that ditch that we'd play in as kids. With
Yes.
mud in it. That was, yeah. Anyway,
It's fine. That's why we have such strong constitutions.
oh, you may
Yeah,
have a
your
strong
constitution
constitution.
modifier must be pretty high.
That's right. +5.
Whoa.
So
Let's do some
Do we need to do some
consumption.
consumption?
Yeah.
So I watched a movie
Oh,
called Bill and Ted's
Good, because that's
Excellent
what's-
Adventure.
oh, it's on Amazon Prime now.
I have a Bill and
Yes.
Ted's excellent picture album or picture frame that
Oh, do you?
showed up on my nightstand. I have no idea where it came from, and I haven't opened it yet.
So it wasn't quite as good as I remembered it being, but
What?
still pretty good.
Okay.
I mean, it grows into it. The ending half is better than the beginning half.
Hmm.
I'll just put it that way.
Okay.
I own the second one,
Of course you do.
so I've seen that one more times than I'd seen the first one.
Oh,
I've not seen either one of them in probably 20 years.
Oh. Well, they're on Amazon Prime now, so
you have no excuse.
yeah, you can
Other
watch
than
it
not
with your
wanting to see
kids, and your
them?
kids could be like, "What is this?
What is going
I
on?
can't understand a word they're saying."
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves, come on.
It's totally non-heinous.
Yeah.
So
Doesn't it have what's his name? George Carlin is the
yes,
Yeah.
George Carlin is in it.
Who
Let's
who plays
see.
his dad in it?
George Carlin's dad?
No,
I don't. I don't know.
William S.
I
Preston
wasn't sure if
Esquire.
it's somebody that you'd recognize.
I did not recognize him by name.
Okay.
Why is it somebody you
No,
think
I
I
was.
should?
I've like I said, I haven't seen this in so long, but thought it might have
So
been a
Bill's dad
specific actor.
married a gal that was 3 years ahead of Bill in high school.
Okay.
Ed's. Oh,
Yeah, I don't recognize that. That's fine.
Oh,
Oh, that's a
Hal
stupid
Landon
one.
Jr. was Ted's dad.
Yeah, he doesn't look familiar. Well, a little bit.
It's funny seeing pictures of the actors now.
They're all old.
J. Patrick McNamara was Ted's
Oh,
dad
yep.
or Bill's dad.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what
All
would you rate
right.
it?
What would I rate it?
Did you run it through our?
Oh, I
No.
did not.
How does it compare to Graveyard Shift?
Let's see.
Better or worse than?
I finished Agents of Shield season 5.
They have that many seasons?
They're slated to have a season 6,
Oh,
which I'm confused about. Have you both seen Infinity War?
yes.
Okay, good. So, for those listening that have not seen Infinity War, I'm going to spoil the heck out of it.
It's okay. You don't want to
'Cause
see it anyways.
who?
They didn't want to see it anyways if they haven't seen
If
it
you haven't
yet.
seen it by now. If you haven't seen it by now. Oh, sorry. Anyway, so I also watched Infinity War with my 2 of my kids and my son-in-law
I'm sorry.
and my wife.
I was glad you're here today because I was feeling old, and then I decided that moving a kid out is less old-ish than having one married.
No, I got one married and had her move in.
You're doing it wrong. No.
I think going backwards. No. Um so Agents of Shield. You guys probably aren't gonna watch it, so I can
No.
spoil it a little bit too.
Sure.
So the end of the season, so they start talking about Thanos coming to Earth.
Like as he had already.
Like he was. It almost sounded like they were saying that he was there now, but the amount of time he spends on Earth before he snaps his finger is not much time.
No.
So I guess you could
But he
do
comes
some
back?
hand waving and say they're talking about him. They knew he was coming.
But he
But
came back.
what I wonder is, so the end of the season, they've got this big giant alien spaceship in orbit. How did that spaceship not see the spaceships that were coming with the children of Thanos that were attacking Wakanda?
Putting way too much thought into this.
Yes, I did.
Way more than the writers of either thing.
Well, then that got me thinking, okay, so they Agents of Shield was expecting this to be their last season.
Oh.
So the very end they had like a
Half the characters die.
no, they didn't, well, no. But they had a couple retire and it was a whole ending. Well, they got renewed for a 6th season. And if this takes place right before Thanos arrives, and the next season, since season 6 will be aired before the next Avengers movie comes out,
Oh.
what are they going to do? Are they going to have half the characters?
No, all the characters are gonna get stuck in some kind of time warp, and the entire season will be in 1950s.
Hmm.
And they'll run into
They'll just hijack the characters
Quark.
sideways into the DC universe for a season.
So what I was thinking was maybe some of the actors are done with Agents of Shield. Maybe we'll have them
Have new ones.
disintegrate and then just have them deal with the aftermath.
I've been wanting them to disintegrate. Oh.
I just think if you're gonna do something like disintegration of your characters, you should be like Joss Whedon did in what's it called?
Poseidon Adventures.
No.
Dr. Horrible
Justice
sing-along blog.
League.
What? No. The one where he killed off one of the beloved characters, and then the guy's just
Serenity.
dead. Yeah, there you go.
Don't have him.
And he
come
just
back.
stuck with it.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Or Agents of Shield had that one character turn into a
Maybe
Hydra
next
agent.
season they're gonna have it jump back to season 1, but they're gonna have it in Japan, and it'll be called Asians of Shield.
Oh,
Maybe. That reminds me.
That's what I would do.
I didn't write this down, but I also watched Justice League,
Oh,
the movie.
the movie.
movie.
So I don't
I
know
didn't
what
think I would ever get tired of like the superhero movies, but I think I've reached my point.
have you. Come on, Aquaman comes out in a few months.
Oh,
I'm not gonna watch it.
I'll
It's
probably
got
watch
Jason
it.
Momoa in it.
I
I'll watch it, but I'm not
watched a
going to
Jason
enjoy it.
Momoa
I'm not going to
movie.
look forward to it anymore. Is that me?
It wasn't
I have
me.
to admit, the part where Aquaman and Wonder Woman are bringing the smackdown on Steppenwolf, I thought that was a really cool part of the movie.
Hmm.
When they're just teaming up against them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, that movie also kind of starts off not as good as it ends, but it takes a little while for it to get rolling. And I can totally see why some people hate the movie, but I thought it was good.
You're talking Justice League or
Justice League.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought Justice League was fine.
It was fine.
Yeah. And then, I watched a few episodes of a YouTube channel by a guy named Rick Beato.
Hmm.
It's called What Makes This Song Great.
Oh, I've heard of this.
Well, obviously, it makes it great that it's on a greatest hits album.
What he does is he goes and breaks down a song. Like the first one I watched was
Karma Chameleon.
ACDC.
Back in Black.
No, it wasn't ACDC. It was Van Halen.
It'd be funnier if you went like totally opposite of ACDC.
It
And
wasn't
said-
ACDC. It
No,
was.
Four Non Blondes.
No. Van Halen Running with the Devil was the first one I watched.
Oh, okay.
And so he like goes through and he has it on his computer so he can play just different parts of the song.
It's got earworms that just get in your brain and just like
No.
that's a lot of songs for me. It's like my brain can't quite get around. It's I don't know. I guess it's trying to define what is interesting about something.
Oh, okay. The second one I saw was Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic by the Police. And that song
Oh.
is way more complicated than I imagined.
Hmm.
But he like goes in and he like will play it out on the guitar. He'll do all kinds of stuff. Anyway, it's kind of
That's
interesting.
cool.
Oh, look at the episodes.
They're like 10, 15 minutes.
Okay.
Nice.
So, yeah, that's all I remember
brief.
watching.
The Jason Momoa movie I watched is called Braven. It's on Amazon Prime.
Braven.
It's basically a remote cabin standoff movie.
Oh.
So somebody has to stash some drugs overnight, and they stash it in his cabin,
Oh, I'm glad he said cabin.
and he ends up going there the next day before they come
woke
back
up
to
really
get the
sore.
drugs, and there's a big shootout. And it was pretty good.
Shootout? Like shoot up out? Or
It was good versus evil.
And was Jason Momoa good or evil?
He was a good guy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. The only thing was his finishing move on the final bad guy was totally stupid.
Did he tweak his nose?
No,
Rip his ears off?
it was just like that is the worst plan.
Oh,
Like it worked, but it's just like
he must have rolled a 20 to make it work.
that was retarded.
I remember seeing him in Stargate Atlantis.
Oh,
Have you guys watched that?
a little
No.
bit.
He's basically like the Chewbacca of the series. Most of the time, he's just standing around in the background, big and
I
hairy.
didn't realize he was in that.
Yep.
I watched an older movie called Real Genius with Val Kilmer.
Oh,
I've seen it before. It's basically
is it as cringy as The Saint?
uh,
I haven't seen that recently. I can't imagine it stands up very well.
Oh, there's
Saint.
some parts of it that's just really cringeworthy.
Oh, like when he's pretending to be an artist.
Yes.
so
Ugh.
Val Kilmer's a really quirky college student. He's at this
Are
school.
there cows?
Does he dress like Batman?
Oh, I was thinking of Top Secret.
No cows. So basically, he's got this team, including this 15-year-old genius, and they're trying to build this super powerful laser for their um, instructor, but
They're
they
gonna
don't
take their
know
instructor out with the laser.
they don't know that he is
The instructor was Doctor Evil.
having it built for military application.
Oh,
Mm.
heaven forbid we keep our country safe
So at the end,
with lasers.
they turn it against him. There's a
Oh, so they're not patriots. They're traitors to the country.
yeah.
Okay.
So
they communists?
the guy's a big jerk, so you feel okay about it. But
So
they
so is Andrew Jackson.
the ending involves a lot of popcorn.
Okay.
Okay, that was unexpected.
Yeah.
I like popcorn.
So it's kind of mostly a comedy,
Oh, okay.
but yeah, it was
Okay.
interesting. And we watched Jaws 3.
So the character from
No, it's not a
James
James Bond character.
Oh.
It's about a shark. So it's the kids from Jaws 2 as adults,
in New York.
I think I've
in
only seen
Florida.
the first
Oh,
one.
that's not quite as bad.
and the older one works at a sea parks.
Oh, did it catch on fire?
No, I kept expecting it to catch on fire, but
Did
no.
they call it sea parks in the thing? Which is very British
No,
to
it was-
pluralize something
it
like
was
that.
water park or water world or something. I don't remember.
I like Waterworld.
Did one of them have gills?
No.
Oh.
But this juvenile shark gets into the sea park and they end up catching it
It goes down the water slide.
and end up killing it. Well, its mother
What?
breaks in and wreaks havoc in retribution. So it's
I don't think sharks are
maternalistic.
maternal
This
at
one
all.
was.
Was it mixed with a killer
So
whale?
it starred Dennis Quaid, and
Seriously?
it was not bad, except the special effects were horrible. Like they did some green screen stuff that was super like ouch,
Weird.
and then they did some like almost animation type stuff that was very bad. But
Hmm.
the overall storyline was fine. And
Better or
then
worse than Sharknado?
I haven't seen Sharknado.
Sharknado's at least
Oh.
tongue in cheek.
Yeah, this was serious.
Mm.
And then the last thing was we watched Species, which
I've seen that.
has
That blonde lady in it.
Alfred Molina in it and Forrest Whitaker.
Oh.
Basically, SETI sent out some information into the space and they got a message back that
Ah.
was a genetic code. So they implanted it into a
As
one
you
does.
would.
Yeah.
human egg and grew a young girl. Well, she ends up getting loose and wreaking havoc. And they have to assemble a team,
She's
As
a
young girls
monster.
would do.
including a guy that has
Hellboy.
some slight telepathic ability to hunt her down.
Her name is Red October.
Yes. No, it was Syl.
Well, no wonder she turned rampant.
I know, right?
Sill?
Yeah.
That's a silly name.
It wasn't bad. Some of at the end when there's lots of creature animation, it was totally fake looking. But
Better or worse than an animated laundry press?
slightly better.
Okay.
But this is definitely R-rated for a reason. There's it's graphic violence and there's quite a bit of nudity. So just to warn you. That's it.
I watched a movie that has The Rock
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
and Carl Urban. Did I do the right one?
Yeah.
Okay. I was
The country singer.
Not Keith Urban.
yeah. I always get those mixed up. And I forgot that either one of these persons was in this movie.
Yeah, I
I
couldn't
started
have
watching
told
it.
you that. I've
It's
never
called
seen it.
Doom.
Is it based on the video game?
Doom.
Yes. In fact,
Is
there's
it?
there's 15 minutes of it that's first person shooter action towards the end.
Oh,
Um,
interesting.
so scientists on a faraway outpost, they have to go through this thing called the arc to get through, which is basically this weird bubble in space that sucks you in and then pops you out at the other area. It's like a wormhole, I guess, for it to just walk kind of into like a Stargate kind of. I don't know.
It's an interstellar sphincter.
Right. Um, but their scientists get killed by these creatures, and
Oh
then
no.
this team of military people are sent in to save whatever scientists they can and retrieve the data and protect the facility.
Oh, Data was in it.
No, but
Retrieve Data.
it's
Lieutenant
entertaining,
Commander Data, I should say.
right? So there's that.
Did
Oh.
you guys ever play the game much?
A little bit.
We played more Wolfenstein.
Yeah, I never really played Doom much. Maybe a couple times.
Yeah.
I've
Then
never seen the movie.
there's now an
Doom,
Amazon
doom, doom,
Prime
doom,
TV
doom,
show I've been
doom.
waiting for over a year called Jack Ryan.
Oh, I
I've
did see
seen
the
it
first
on
episode of
Tom
that.
Clancy. My wife and I have watched. We're watching it together. We watched the first 3 episodes.
Oh,
Is
I've
it
only seen the
pretty
first
good?
episode.
It's really good.
Is it
After the
John
first episode,
Krasinski?
yes, first episode, I was thinking this feels like a Tom Clancy novel.
Oh,
It was good. I like it.
Well, because they give a lot of time to the development of
The
the
characters, and,
villains too.
yeah.
oh,
So you
Which you
get
see a
their
lot.
motivations and
And the villains in this are a terrorist organization, Middle Eastern in origin, but
weird.
they also give the other side of that coin by one of the head guys in the CIA is a convert to Islam.
mm,
Um, I think John does a really good job as Jack Ryan.
hmm
I really enjoy it. It's really good.
Cool. I think I'm gonna watch it.
There's 8 episodes.
There's only 8.
Yep.
Okay, so we saw the first one.
Ocho.
We haven't had a chance to watch more.
So we watched the first one, and where my wife's like, "Okay, let's go get ready to go to bed." And then she looked at the clock as we're getting ready to leave the room. She's like, "It's only 9:30." I was like, "Yeah,
We can
let's
watch
watch
a
another
couple more.
episode." Then the next day we watched another one.
No.
Um, they're really good. I doubt we'll watch one tonight because it's late. And then I was at our mama and papa's house. I watched a
Oh.
movie called Geronimo with Dad.
Geronimo.
Oh, he was in it.
Geronimo. Yes, he was in it.
Dad, starring Dad.
No, but it did have
Is it Western?
yes. What's the guy's name from
Cochise.
no, it's not Matt Damon, it's the other one.
Mark Hamill. No, Marky Mark.
Mark Wahlberg.
Okay, I guess it was Matt Damon, I think. Because now I just pictured him. Who was the guy that did the Bourne series? Was that
Matt
Damon.
Okay, that was him.
Matt
He was in
Damon.
it. Matt Damon. He was in it.
Okay.
It was basically about the army trying to bring Geronimo in when he was fighting
Hmm.
against.
Was there a lot of people
everyone.
yelling Geronimo?
Yeah. Did anybody jump
No.
out of a plane or off a cliff?
Not that I saw.
That was
There was
big
no
when I was a
planes.
kid, yelling Geronimo and jumping off things.
Right. Because Geronimo believed he had power that kept him from being shot or hurt,
Oh,
which he never got shot or hurt. So
I've never been
So that's
shot.
why you yell it when you jump off things
yes,
to
I
keep
think
you
so.
from getting hurt.
Probably.
Oh, that's cool.
Then I watched yesterday. I watched Jurassic Park 3.
Oh,
That's the one with that
The
one guy, the bowler. No, the hat guy.
bowler?
No, the shoveler.
Oh, the guy from Wild Hogs.
Yeah, that guy.
What is
Something
his name?
Macy.
Oh,
William H. Macy.
William H.
yes.
Macy. There you
Yeah,
go.
the cell
And
phone.
what's her name?
and it had the
The girl from
pterodons.
Bad Boys.
Impact.
Maybe. And it had the Velociraptor guy that looks like a Velociraptor.
Okay.
Dr.
Bill
Grant.
Paxton.
No.
Uh,
Bill Pullman.
No. It's not in that. Dr. Grant.
yeah. What's his
That's
name?
not what I'm gonna do. That guy.
He looks like a velociraptor.
I think so.
You have feathers.
No. Just his facial features. He looks like a predator. That guy.
That guy.
Yeah.
Sam
Neill.
Neill. That was
Yes.
close. Tia Leone.
Yeah, she's in it.
Oh, wasn't she in Wayne's World?
Bad Boys. I don't know. I haven't seen Wayne's World in as long as I haven't seen Bill and Ted's. I'll go back one screen. It had this guy in it. Michael Jeter.
Oh,
I don't recognize him.
That's fine. Doesn't matter. It's good. I liked it. It's got the big dinosaur with the fin on it. It's got the scene where the satellite phone starts buzzing and it's in a pile of its
Oh yeah.
dung, and they're digging through it, and this other dinosaur comes up. I was scared for a second, but it like, smells and then runs off.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got the girl from Star Wars.
Wow, William H. Macy is not aged well.
Where is he?
The fourth from the left.
Oh, that looks like him. Anyway, I watched that one. I think that was yesterday.
Cool.
Do we need to go back to the list?
Probably.
Oh, sorry.
I watched college football game
Oh, so
at
did
mom
I.
and dad's.
Hmm.
It was enjoyable. I
It
enjoyed it
went
a lot.
very well.
There was also because of that, I was looking for pictures of a certain item from the game and found ESPN had misspelled the item's name. They didn't know how to spell throne when it wasn't like a ball thrown. It's like a thing of
Like
kings.
They
sitting
probably
on-
have an autocorrect set.
Awesome.
Because now the team has a like silverized like throne chair that anyone that gets a turnover gets to sit on while
Yeah,
they're on the
that's-
sideline until that someone else gets one.
Well, that's their away game reward.
Oh, is that just the away game?
The home game is a pimped out
See, I-
bicycle.
Oh, a bicycle?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Last year they had like a WWE belt, but there's lots of other colleges I saw do that,
Yeah.
so they're trying to differentiate it, but just have some fun.
Huh.
But I don't know if it helped. They had like 4 turnovers, putting 2 defensive touchdowns by a cornerback. We'll get to see the new prop, I guess, on the next home game.
Yep. This
Which is
Saturday.
fun. I think it's college
Hopefully
kids
there's
having
some
fun.
turnovers.
Well, that's
Uh,
more exciting than what we had
There
in
it
my
is. King of Chaos.
I like
Mike.
the. I
in
think
my
I like the
softball
throwing better.
games. Some of the games they brought a Richard Simmons shirt.
Nice.
If you struck out, you had to wear it till somebody
Oh.
else struck out.
Oh,
That'd be funny.
That was embarrassing.
in
Yeah.
the shop there was a sports. It was like a fantasy football thing, but whoever did the worst that week had to wear this Justin Bieber shirt. It had Bieber's face on it
Oh,
like 200
man.
times.
That's awful. And then while I was at mom and dad's, mom was watching West Wing, so I watched a couple episodes with her. Wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Or would be, I guess.
Thought it would be all political.
Yeah. There were some political parts in it, and I was like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So
Yeah,
that's my nerd cred.
I try to avoid
No,
politics.
that was your consumption.
Whatever. Same thing. Not quite.
We can do nerd cred now.
All right, let's do nerd cred now.
All right, I didn't think of anything.
You were not nerdy enough.
I guess not. I put a fence up. It's not very nerdy.
No.
I went to a concert. That's not very nerdy.
No.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on how you went to the concert.
I did watch a. I did watch a Weird
He
Al
dressed as
video.
Spock with the tricorder. Fascinating.
So Weird Al did a polka song based on Hamilton,
Oh,
and so I watched that the other day. That's
I've
kind of
heard it, I
nerdy.
think.
my kids
I
like.
heard about it, and so I looked
Hamilton.
it up. And my daughter and son-in-law who like Hamilton were there, and they were impressed.
Oh.
So it's basically he does a medley of all the songs from Hamilton to a polka beat.
Nice.
Yeah, I think my kids and a lot of my oldest son's friends all really love Hamilton. I'm
Yeah,
like,
my kids do.
but you guys love it, but you would totally disagree with Hamilton's politics.
it's okay. It's set to a funky beat.
Okay.
So school has begun for
It
our
has.
chillins.
Finally. I was so
And
jealous when I have to go to work and everyone's at home.
yeah, my oldest son is taking Japanese this year.
Hey,
so
all my
guess
He's turning Japanese. I
learning
really think so.
Japanese on
Are you?
Duolingo. I am.
I mean, on Duolingo, they have these interesting facts. Like one fact on
Yeah.
there is there's more people learning Irish on Duolingo than there's native Irish speakers in
Yeah.
the world.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Or like the number one language being learned in Sweden is Swedish.
Right.
Yeah, I saw that one.
So I can count to 7 in Japanese now, except 5. It didn't teach me 5.
No one uses 5. It's an unlucky number.
No, 4 is the one that's unlucky.
4 is right out.
But I was telling my because
5
my
is
son
right
went to
out.
Oh,
first
there you go.
class and yesterday, and he was talking about it, and I was like, oh well,
Now he's watching anime.
at
all
least
the
you can
time.
count to 7.
That's what happens.
He's like, yeah, I thought of that, except then I realized they didn't teach us 5, and I was like, oh, I didn't even realize they skipped 5.
That's
but they
good.
teach you certain characters first,
That's because you only
Mm.
have 4 fingers. That one's a
and
thumb.
5 must have some character in it that they don't want to teach us yet or
Right, it's
something.
hard.
Mm.
So, and I
Looks like a hand.
they taught us also red, blue, and white. I
Indoctrination.
can't remember what those are, but
That's very patriotic of them.
yeah.
Only if
So
they taught him red, white, and blue.
So speaking of Duolingo, I have started. I did 2 lessons so far in Klingon. It's difficult.
I bet.
I have a couple Klingon dictionaries.
I do too.
Oh,
They also have High
Nerds.
Valerian, which is from Game of Thrones. I
hmm.
think it's another fictitious
Wow.
language.
Do
They
they
have.
have
That's
Elvish
really
from
nerdy.
Lord of the Rings?
They don't.
Oh,
But they have a lot of languages now.
Yeah.
But I keep on going back to German because I'm
They
good at that
don't
one.
have Filipino.
Not yet.
I'm still trying to learn German. I'm not retaining much though.
Oh.
Oh, I am.
Well, you took it in high school.
I did.
I didn't.
That's why I keep on going back because it's easy.
I still
Um,
think it's funny. A lot of the
all the
words.
time. Most of the time, I miss something. It's because it like mistyped it because I use the swipe writing,
Oh.
and
Yeah.
I'll
Well,
look
you do
up
have
as
a
like,
chance
what?
to look at it before
The
you
kids
hit
don't cook your
submit.
orange juice. I was like, I spent it, but the kids drink.
There are some weird sentences. The cat shows the woman a dress. What?
My favorite one yesterday was Zucker ist gut. Sugar is good. Yes, it is. I was
Oh,
like, this one knows
yeah.
me. I love sugar. Pour some sugar. Oh, last Thursday, my middle son, had 2 friends over to play D&D. He was going to DM for him, and he's kind of disappointed in the turnout when some people had other things to do.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, "Dad, do you want to play with us?" I was like, "Sure, I'll get my Bigfoot character out." Um, I had them laughing so hard.
I bet.
It was pretty funny. We fought these giant bird chicken things, like
Mhm.
dinosaur chickens, but they're big.
Like
Not
dinosaurs.
human size, but yeah. They're probably like 24 feet big.
Mm-hmm.
There's like 8 of them. And he was afraid it was going to kill our party. And they barely got.
Bigfoot smash.
Yeah, they
Oh.
never got close to us. My first 2 attacks, I rolled 20s on.
Oh.
So I critical while raging because my guy's a, what are they called? Barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 3 followers that follow me around. And I played a joke on one, which the kids thought was hilarious. Oh, at the end, we brought all these bird things back, and we tied them all together to drag them back to the inn where we got the job or whatever. So I had my character just pull them right into the inn, so they're a big pile of dead birds. And our bard was trying to talk him into giving us more than 100 gold for them. And so I was like, my character reaches over, sticks his hand through the chest of one and out up into its neck, and uses it to talk to him. Give us more gold. But my son had asked me to play, but afterwards, one of my son's friends is like, "You could play with us all the time."
Awesome.
It's fun. Usually I DM. I've only played a couple times, but I have so much fun and I really get into the character. And I specifically made this character's personality so he's like me, so it's easy.
Yeah.
Kind of a practical joker, very sure of himself in public. 7'6" and 500 pounds.
That sounds
Just
just,
like
like
you.
you.
That's right. So it's fun.
Cool.
All right, our final segment is feedback. A couple of other blogs are following our website. One is called Make Money Online with Yusoshi. Oh, I
Come
think
on,
I spelled
use
that
your
wrong.
Japanese.
I think it was supposed to be
Yasuyoshi.
Tsuyoshi or something.
Tsuyoshi.
I guess I could look.
Tsuyoshi.
Is that an advertisement?
Maybe. I thought we were did the fake sponsor.
Yeah, it's supposed to have a T S on the beginning.
Not a YS.
Yeah.
Tsuyoshi.
And the other one was called Letler Fit, and that's like a workout blog.
Oh, really?
But we got an email this week from our sister Rachel.
Do you have any
Awesome.
video on that one so I can work out the video?
In
I
your
don't
new
know.
workout
You can
room?
check it
My
out.
new workout room, yeah.
So she said that on Jimmy Fallon's show, The Tonight Show,
She loves that show.
they have a game called Wheel of Musical Impressions where they have a random artist and a random song. They have to perform the song as that artist.
Hmm.
And she said it's awesome. We should check it out on YouTube.
Interesting.
So maybe we'll check that out when we get off the air for a minute. So thanks for that, Rachel.
So seeing girls just want to have fun in the style of Michael Jackson.
Sure.
That could be funny. I wish I could remember that awesome cover band I came up with. It was funny.
A
It's a
cover
pun off
band
of the name.
name.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It got no response from my wife.
That's how you
Which
know
means it
it's
was good.
good. Oh. If you want to contact us, send an email to engineerdyshow@gmail.com, or you can find us on Facebook and Twitter. An easy way to get there is to go to theengineerdyshow.com. And at the bottom of each episode is a link to Facebook and Twitter where you can comment, send us a message, tell
Or a
us
massage.
what's up, ask us a question. Oh, what was the thing we were
I
talking
got 6
about
massages in my email.
earlier? Oh, so our 300th episode is going
Oh,
to be
yes.
November 15th is when we're going to record it. So what we're asking for is for people to send us audio files that are less than 5 minutes long.
Is that people that really like audio?
Yes, send us
Oh.
an audio file. No, send us a file, and we want stories, like nerd cred stories,
Audio is an ODDIO.
or you can send us a story about,
Why you like our show?
yeah, that was on the list.
You could sing a 80s song as a 90s artist for 5 minutes.
Yeah. So yeah,
You could read ingredients of the food you're eating.
it's pretty easy. If you have a smartphone, you can get an audio recorder, do it on there,
Even if your phone's not so smart. Oh,
and then you just email the file to enginerdyshow@gmail.com, and we will hopefully use it in the 300th episode.
That's
I
crazy.
it's
don't
going to
know.
be 300 minutes long.
I
I'm
don't
just
know
kidding.
if we're going to listen to them live on the show and react, or listen to them ahead of time and just use them as fillers, or I don't know what we're gonna do.
Hmm.
We'll do a flashback show where
We
we
haven't
have
really
to have
talked
negative
about it.
emotions in order to.
Oh, I'll do it if Gates McFadden's there. 90s McFadden.
Oh, I also watched half of Hunt for October, and she's in it.
Oh yeah.
Mrs. Jack Ryan.
I'd say the
Kathy.
hottest of all the Jack Ryan wives.
Definitely the hottest of the Star Trek doctors.
I don't know.
You don't
Dr.
like
McCoy.
Pulaski?
I'm just kidding.
Wow.
even
Andy Dick.
hotter than
Oh.
Robert Picardo.
He's a handsome man, but I have a thing for redheads.
Oh, well, maybe he used to have red hair, but
I don't
Just
know.
kidding.
He didn't in what was that movie
Inner
with?
Space.
Yeah, Inner Space.
He was the cowboy or something like that.
Yeah.
Off
While
the rails.
Yes.
you're at theenginerdyshow.com, you can support us by clicking on our Amazon link to do your Amazon shopping. It's really awesome because it doesn't cost you any extra, and it gives us money based on how much you spend. Thank you for listening this week. Stay nerdy.
Live long and nerdy.
You have been and always shall be, my friends.